Garmin nuvi 2689 LMT, which means lifetime maps and traffic. This is a 6-inch, a big one. Or, well, people used to consider it big. Some still do. And speaking on that, we'll talk about the dimensions of this thing first. I'll do the physical dimensions and then the screen dimensions. Now this is remember there's a bezel that goes around this. 6.6 inch wide, or 16.8 centimeter, 3.7 inch height, or 9.4 centimeter, and a 0.76 inch depth, or 1.9 centimeter. That's the overall, that's not the screen size, that's the overall size of this. The display size is 5.4 inch, or 13.6 centimeter wide, 2.8 inch height, or 7.2 centimeter, and 6.1 inch diagonal. So technically slightly larger, than a 6-inch at a 6.1. The resolution is 800 by 480, which today doesn't sound like much, but I'll tell you something, this thing is so nice to look at. It's crisp is a very appropriate word to describe the graphics and the text on this. You can read everything, no problem. Bright screen, no problem. The first thing I noticed with this display is that I do not need to switch this over to the Australia locale. I can use the United States one, and that's big enough. Obviously, the highway exit numbers, large and in charge. It's all good. Animation, as you can see right now, smooth. Very nice. Just to give the particulars on this one. So yeah, 2689 LMT does have the built-in traffic receiver. I updated the software to 8.8, and I put in all the voices and all the icons and all the whatnot and stuff. Yeah. So, well, let's talk about a few other things, because I will address a comment I get fairly regularly, spread across several of my videos. Can I use this for my truck? As in my semi? Yes and no. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, if you are a semi driver, 18-wheeler, big rig, whatever you call it, you should be using a Garmin Diesel, D-E-Z-L, not a nuvi. Why? Because the diesel has truck-specific things, like setting your height. That's a big one. Like bridge warnings. That's another. Nuvis don't got that stuff. Diesel models do. Truckers, they see these for sale, and they're a lot cheaper than the diesel models, and like, oh, I want to get one of those. Can I use it? Technically, yes, but you miss out on the important trucker stuff. So if you can live without that truck specific stuff, yes, you could use this. Should you? No. Yes, that means you will have to spend more money to get a Garmin diesel, whether new or used. Yes, they're a lot of money. I know that. I'm not saying they're cheap. They're not. And speaking on that, this isn't exactly cheap either. Now, for those of you that read my YouTube community posts, you saw recently, or at least at the time of the recording of this video, I was seeking out a nuvi 66 or a 65. There was a guy that had one, and he wanted way too much for it. Way too much. So I passed on it. What did I spend on this one? With tax and shipping included, $46. Now, I did say that the nuvi 66 at best was only worth about $40. Do I stand by that? Yes. So why did I pay $46 for the 2689 LMT? It's the same size. Yeah, but it's a capacitive screen. And it has full support for the GTM 60. That's the difference. This was the cheapest one on eBay. The next one up after this one, and I priced it out because I was looking for them, with tax and ship, $70. Gah! Yeah. Now I didn't spend that. I spent $46. And this one appears to be in good condition. It's got one little screen scratch that you can't see because the screen's lit up right now. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Honestly, not. Everything works. I was able to put in a 32 gig memory card. I was able to update the maps, add it to Garmin Express, do all that stuff and whatnot. So ultimately, is it worth getting the big 6 though, compared to a 5? Good question. Well, I'll say this. If in case you're not aware, if you're new to my channel, yes, I do have a newer Drive Smart 66. Yes, I do. I spent $270 on that thing. Oh, that still hurts. But yeah, spent $200 because brand new. I got it direct from GPS City, Garmin authorized reseller, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Then this would be the bargain for sure, for sure. But what if you were comparing this to a similarly priced, let's just say the exact same thing in a 5-inch version? Now, I have the 2599. This is the 2689. Now, let's just say I had a 2589, which all that the 99, it barely adds anything. For all intents and purposes, 89, 99, they're pretty much the same. But the 2689 versus the 2589. Okay. Is there any significant advantage by having the 6? Barely. And I mean barely. Because the text that is on the 25, although it is a lower resolution, it's the same size. It's literally the same. So there's really no advantage to getting the 6. I wanted the 6. I did. Because I said, okay, I got to know. But I wasn't about to spend a lot of money on it. Now, 46 for me, yeah, for a used nuvi, that's pushing it a bit. But even so, I wanted to get it anyway because I said, okay, I'm seeing these things for like $60, $70, $80 and up. And I saw one, $46. Yes, I said, give me that. So grabbed it. The single best advantage of this 6 over the 5, comparing model to model. Now the 2589, 2689 functionally are identical. The only difference is the resolution and the screen size. The one advantage this has over the 5 is that if you like to use one of these things vertically, as in portrait mode, and I showed that a moment ago, I'll show it again just so you can see here, because this is nuts that Garmin, actually, did I show it? I don't remember, but if I didn't, here it is. This is a 6-inch model that you can operate vertically with portrait mode. That is where this has the advantage, because especially if you take away the trip data fields there, you get all this space and you can see more of what's going on. You can read the speed limit easier. Yes, that much is true. So let me bring back the trip data. Okay, and go back to landscape mode. All right. Screen brightness, yeah, same between the 2589, 2689. Bright and good. Again, it's only the resolution and only the screen size that are the differences between the two, but it's the vertical thing. Let's just say, let me put it like this. if you have a car or truck where you put one of these things not like mid steering wheel height and in the center. Let's just say you have a truck or a car where that's where you can't mount it high. You cannot put it on the windshield. You have to put it in your center stack area. That, yes, then you will like this better than the 5-inch, especially if you use it vertically. Then you can see more of what's going on, and it will most likely it's most likely true that you already put a phone into a mount in that area on your car. This, you could click one of these right in the same area, probably the same size as your phone. So then in that instance, having this 6.1-inch display nuvi makes sense. If you can find one for under $70, I got lucky. Honestly, I got lucky with this guy, because for getting it for 46, almost unheard of. Now, I'm sure if you set up an eBay watch, because you can do that, you can go on eBay and set up not a watch, an alert. So if you set up an alert for a 2639, 2689, or 2699, you may be able to score one of these for under $50. If you can get one of these in good shape for $50 or less, that's after tax and shipping, you did well. But otherwise, man, people are charging so much for this. And by the way, that does not include the cost of adding an additional memory card, because you have to do it. Because the maps in this thing is all of the United States, all of Canada and Mexico, and Foursquare. To fit all that stuff, you need to get a 32 gig memory card. Yeah, you could get a 16 or 32 micro SD. So there's that. Now, I already have a few, so it wasn't any cost to me because I've already bought some previously. But if you don't have one of those, then that is an additional cost to you. And if you want to get the traffic, now this one actually came with it. I do have a, see if I can get that in view there. Yeah, TA20, that this came with it, which will allow it to get traffic, FM traffic. It will work with GTM36, GTM60, or a TA20. You got your choice of the three. Also can connect to smartphone if you want to do that as well. So it's all there. But what I'm getting at as far as the price is concerned, okay, there's the cost of the unit, there's the cost of the memory card, and possibly cost of, oh, sorry, lost my train of thought. Yeah, cost of unit, cost of memory card. Oh, yeah, and possibly an adapter for getting FM traffic if that's what you want to do. That can add up real fast. It would be totally almost too easy to outfit one of these, and by the time you're done, you've already spent $150. Yikes! In that instance, you might as well just go get a Drive Smart 66. Now, granted, that's $270. I know that after tax and ship. But if you're gonna go $150 and up, like this is not worth over $100. No, absolutely not. $50, sure, just for the unit. And if, well, I'll put it like this: if you're able to get that, let's do some additional math there. Okay, let's just say you get this, a memory card, and a TA20 for FM traffic receiving, which is the cheapest of the traffic cords for Garmin traffic cord. If you can get all that for $80 or less, that is about as good as it gets. Now, if you watch other videos on my channel, you know, I've never shown it, but I have a whole box of cables and traffic cords and stuff, and I got memory cards because I've been collecting these things for years. So, of course, I've accumulated all this stuff. So my final cost was $46 because I had the memory card and I have the circle clip, although this did come with one. And I already had a TA20, and I got a GTM36, and I got a GTM60, and blah blah blue. I already have all that. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that just getting this alone is not the end of how much you have to spend. You've got to get more. Memory card and traffic cord. Or technically, if you the cheapest of the cheap would just be to get this and the memory card and then phone for use with traffic. Unless you can get one of these like I got it that comes with the traffic cord. Like I said, this did come with the TA20. I have better ones besides that, but the point is I could just use the TA20 on this and then we're all set. So final thoughts. Let's do a recap. Okay. Good for trucking? No. Diesel. Garmin diesel. Garmin diesel. Garmin diesel for trucking. Not this. This is for cars or SUVs. Is it have any significant advantage over a 5-inch? Only if you use one of these in the center stack area of your car and in vertical. And price. Well, I just covered all that. Okay, I got it for pretty much I got lucky. Honestly, I got lucky. Where I got as good of a deal as I could possibly get for this thing. Lifetime maps, yes. Lifetime maps. Lifetime traffic, yes. Lifetime traffic. It's got all that stuff. But ultimately, if it's a legibility thing, because yeah, this has got nice big fonts. It is nice. Oh yeah, it is nice. But not enough over a $25.99 or $25.89. No, not really. Oh, here's the final thing I'll say. So, what about on a motorcycle? Absolutely not. No. Go back a few videos of mine and believe me, what you want on a motorcycle for this is capacitive. So glove's not going to work on it. It's not going to work. You need a matte screen. You need a resistive screen. Nuvi 2555 or 2595 all day. That's what you get if you're doing the motorcycle thing, not one of these. So, yeah, do I regret buying this? No. Only for basically one reason. Since I've been using the DriveSmart 66, I have become accustomed to the 6-inch screen. Yes, I have. When I go to a 5-inch or lower now, I notice it. I didn't before because I didn't have a 6-inch screen, but I do now. Now, this is the third 6-inch screen I've ever had. The first one was a DriveSmart 60 LMT. That one didn't work out. Sent it back. The DriveSmart 66 was the second one. This is the third one. Does this mean I'm 6-inch for life? No, it just means for now. I'm still happy to have the other models I do because the car I drive right now, it's obviously going to change at some point. I'm going to get another car. And it may be something where I cannot mount the 6-inch and I may have to go back to a 5 or even a 4.3. So I'm covered where that's concerned. But for now, yeah, I'm enjoying the 6-inch. If anything, I have a backup 6-inch to my DriveSmart 66. Oh, this makes for an excellent backup. I mean, it makes excellent daily driver as well. But yeah, that is what this is going to, my purpose for it. That's what this is going to be. Decent unit. But wow, do you got to hunt around to find one that's under $50? Again, I got lucky with mine. If it's over $50, honestly, don't buy it. Don't. Or just go get a $25.89 or a $25.99. Again, don't go over $50. It ain't worth it, because I'll say it once more, and then I'll close this video out. I'll say it once more. The price of the unit is not the end of the spending. You need the memory card, and you possibly may need to buy traffic cord for it too if you want to do that. So anyway, there we go. nuvi 2689 LMT. It's good.